All right, boys, you guys ready to see who got the longest bush?
Yeah, I got this. Let's go.
All right, boys, let's go.
All right, boys, ready? Three,
2, 1,
bush!
I'm Carmen Roberts, Fox News. New York Mayor Eric Adams drops out of the mayoral race amid increasing pressure to clear the field, which has been crowded, in a last-ditch attempt to stop Socialist Zoran Mamdani's election to City Hall.
People have been talking about this for several weeks, whether he will drop out or not. Yesterday, in an interview, he said that he would consider that. But it does reshuffle the race, and experts say it is the one possibility to try and stop Democratic Socialist radical Zoran Mamdani from winning in this mayoral race. You know, Eric Adams had high hopes when he first was elected. He had been a former police officer, took moderate positions, but they were dashed by a corruption probe and other issues. So he decided to quit because of his low poll numbers and the fact that he just couldn't raise any money. He was placing fourth in this race.
Fox's Eric Shaw. A mass shooting at a Mormon church in Grand Blanc, Michigan, leaves 2 dead and at least 9 injured, some critically. Police Chief William Rennie told reporters.
During this incident, what we know right now is that a 40-year-old suspect from Burton, he's a male, he drove his vehicle through the front doors of the church. He then exited his vehicle, firing several rounds at individuals within the church.
Oh, the 40-year-old gunman is dead. No word on how that happened. Firefighters also put out the fire set by the gunman. President Trump says the FBI is leading the investigation. And thousands of North Texas Spectrum Internet users lost their service on Friday. It has been restored. They said that that was because of a bullet damaging a fiber optic cable. Service was restored in about 3 hours. America's listening to Fox News.
Listen to the all-new Brett Baier podcast featuring Common Ground, in-depth talks with lawmakers from opposite sides of the aisle, along with all your Brett Baier favorites like his all-star panel and much more. Available now at foxnewspodcasts.com or wherever you get your podcasts.
President Trump still believes a peace deal is possible for Gaza.
I think we have maybe a deal on Gaza.
Arab leaders are signaling support for a 21-point peace plan that the president unveiled on the sidelines of the United Nations General Assembly.
I think it's a deal that will get the hostages back. It's going to be a deal that will end the war. It's going to be a deal with, it's going to be peace.
A copy of the proposal obtained by the Washington Post states it also includes Hamas disarmament, an international force to oversee security in Gaza, a Trump development plan to rebuild the Strip, and the possibility of a Palestinian state. But Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu remains defiant and is rejecting the notion of Palestinian statehood.
In North Carolina, 3 people are dead and 8 others injured after a shooter on a boat opened fire at a waterfront bar last night. North Carolina District Attorney John David.
Evil has come ashore in Southport, North Carolina. Ironically enough, at the very place which once served as a backdrop to the movie Safe Haven. And that name is symbolic of the way in which the people in our community view this area.
Well, police say the gunman pulled up on a boat, started shooting, and then sped away up the intercoastal waterway. The Coast Guard spotted someone matching his description unloading a boat near a public ramp, and police were able to arrest the man who's been identified as 39-year-old Nigel Edge. Now faces charges including 3 counts of first-degree murder. Students at the University of South in Tennessee take legal action over suspected toxic mold in their dorms. 7 current and former students have filed a lawsuit against the university, claiming that the black mold has caused some serious health problems. The lawsuit accuses the university of ignoring complaints. I'm Carmen Roberts, and this is Fox News.
I'm Janice Dean. Join me every Sunday as I focus on stories of hope and people who are truly rays of sunshine in their community and across the world.
Listen and follow now at foxnewspodcast.com.
If you see something, say something, and stay anonymous. Call Crime Stoppers at 234-7272 or submit a tip online at nmicrimestoppers.com. No names, no caller ID, no recordings, just your info. And if your tip leads to an arrest, you could earn up to $1,000 in cash. Your tips have helped take hundreds of criminals off the streets in the NMI. It works because of you. Crime Stoppers, we want your information, not your name. PHI is your local pharmacy serving customers in Cagman, Garapan, and Dandan since 1996. Shop PHI Pharmacy for all your prescriptions, and we even offer a large line of multivitamin supplements. Our Dandan location is open weekdays from 8 to 6 and 8 to 4 on weekends. Or visit our Garapan and Cagman locations weekdays from 8 to 6 and 8 to 1 on Saturdays. Check us out online at phipharmacy.com or follow us on Facebook. PHI is a locally owned independent community Health Mart pharmacy. Health Mart, taking the time to listen and care.
As the day unfolds with laughter and cheer, Brad's got the magic that brings us all near. Sharing tales of hope, dreams that shine bright. Good morning, Marianas, together we ignite. So join the palm trees, we dance through the days, the rhythm and soul. voices high. Let the music play on. Good morning, Marianas. We're where you belong.
All right. Nothing like making yourself laugh. Good morning, Marianas. It is Monday morning. It is 7:45, and we are feeling good. Good morning, everybody. It is great to be back with you guys. Took a little bit of R&R last week. Not too much rest, not too much recovery, but I needed a little bit. And, man, I don't know if you guys have felt that before. Like, I was definitely fighting a little bit of a cold, feeling a little bit run down, feeling way better right now, which is exactly where I want to be. But I was not a happy camper last week, and I needed a little bit of that, little rest, a little bit of that recovery in the morning, and it's exactly what we needed. And I'll tell you what, doing that, taking that little bit of time off, I did not realize how much energy it takes to make this show. And don't calm down, CUC. My bill's not going up higher. Not that kind of energy. But like how much you really got to do to make this thing work. I'm like, holy crap. By not doing the show, taking a day off, I'm like, holy cow. Wow. Like I feel like pretty pumped. Like I can get a lot more stuff done. But the show is what I love to do. Like this is my thing. So got to be here, got to do it. But anyway, I am here. I just need to recover a little bit. And are we going to be here all week? We'll find out. There may be a little flying in our near future at a couple of different places. One place where we will be this weekend, we will be in Tinian for Oktoberfest. That's right, Oktoberfest this weekend over there in Tinian. There's a lot going on in Tinian. Not only is it, not only is it Oktoberfest, but we've also got the Tinian Color Bubble Run happening. In fact, I've got a flyer for that. Let's see, where is it? Right here. And they've got a package deal. Man, they've got flight packages with rooms and rental cars and breakfast and everything. It is great. A 3-day, 2-night package over there in Tinian, and it looks great. And it includes all kinds of great stuff. So, I mean, I'm going to be there in Tinian for the, I got to be there early. Not just early, I got to get there the day before. So Friday, I'll be flying over to Tinian so that I could be there in time for Saturday morning's 5K. That's right. It's going to be the Bubble Color Run over there in Tinian, and it should be great. That's in the morning. 5 o'clock show, 6 o'clock go over there at Jones Beach. And then, oh my goodness, that night is Oktoberfest. So we'll be Oktoberfesting on Saturday also. Man, if you guys haven't done it, you are missing out. The beer, the food, the music, the fun, celebrating the cultural past of Tinian, and not just the regular stuff that we do, celebrating the unique German culture to the Marianas. Hofschneider, where did that name come from? That is German, baby, and but it's a Tomorrow German. That's right. That's the best kind, and so we're going to be celebrating that this week, and really looking forward to it. Boy, I tell you what, did you know that that's where the music for our anthem comes from? It was. We'll dig into that in case you didn't know about our history with our song. Believe me, people were standing up when I was playing it because people are like, "Ooh, the Germans, they translated our anthem." No. There is a German drinking song that is the musical root of our anthem. The whole deal. The musical notes and everything like that. Now, the words aren't the same, but it's funny because the message of the German song, the German drinking song, is very similar to like the message of our anthem too. Just talking about Saipan and the islands where they're talking about their home and how beautiful it is and all that stuff too. It's really pretty cool. Anyway, it's happening this weekend. It's happening on Saturday. It's going to be a lot of fun. I can't wait. to be with everybody in Tinian, and it'll be a blast. I love Tinian. Love it. Love it so much. There's so much going on over there, too. That is like the big economic boom area right now. Speaking of boom area, we're going to find out about the military stuff, too. Hopefully, you know, the thing is, we don't want it to have a whole lot of booms over there. That's not what makes it great. But I'll tell you what, let's talk about getting around today, because we're going to get around to that subject. But the first thing we got to do is get around with traffic to let you guys know how it is on the roads out there today. And it's looking okay so far. If you got to be to work by 8 o'clock, you've got 10 minutes left. If you had to be to work at 7:30, well, and you're not there, sorry, partner, you're late. But at least drive slow, because the roads are a little slick out there. They're not that bad, but you don't want to be crazy. And we're looking at some possible rain today. By the way, if you're over there on Monsignor Martinez, over there by Saipan International School and Nutrition Assistance Program, ooh, man, is it slow. Those kids should have been at school at 7:45, but there's a lot going on over there. It's the end of the month. Get up, get up. I know, so they shouldn't be doing all the nap stuff yet, but it is slow over there right now. A little slowdown over there by Tune Joaquin Doy. You can see the traffic over there by Maddie's Barbecue all the way up till Shell Dandan. So Monsignor Martinez is Monsignor slow right now. No, that's not Pete Regis. I'm just telling you, it's not very fast on that road right now. But if you are trying to get over to the college also, you know, if you're coming down the hill from East Drive, that it is a slow go when you're approaching that light over there. So many great choices for coffee and breakfast and all that other stuff. And then, boy, you can see that new student center really looking amazing as you're cruising by, and that's going to slow you down quite a bit. And when you make yourself all the way down close to the intersection that matters, at the place where connections matter, by IT&E, folks making their way from Beach Road trying to get to that intersection, waiting around a little bit. And if you're trying to get the other way, you're waiting at the intersection too. Let's go down Beach Road a little bit, because we know it's going to be a little bit tough over there at the big intersection by Guma Justicia, and it is slow right now. For folks who are heading north with an F, because folks are trying to make their way over to Marianas High School. School starts at 9 o'clock. Not when I was a kid, but it does now. Mount Carmel looking pretty good. Those kids are already making their way over to the morning mass, which is pretty awesome, by the way. If you are a Mount Carmel alum, or if you've got kids over there, if you've ever been to their morning mass when you got the whole school in there, it is pretty awesome. I've been there. It was great. And what a great experience over there. All right, hey, pulling back a little bit, let's take a look around Isa Drive. Before we get there, though, man, if you're stuck over there by the light, by Iglesia Ni Cristo Church and Shell Dandan, it is a deep red. That is simply red. You might as well start singing Red, Red Wine over there. Folks heading north trying to get up around Isa Drive are getting slowed down when they get to the home of the old San Vicente Roundhouse. The roundhouse isn't there, and you're not even going to get a roundhouse from Kelvin Fithiel, the big hit over there. But it is slow down over there, and so get ready. Everything looking good, though, by the home of the Canaries. Those little students are chirping away with their teachers right now. If you're heading down the hill from Capitol Hill, going toward Cagman, you're going to be backed up a little while. Not too bad, but it's going to be slowed down over there at that intersection, which could be a little bit of a headache. So slow down as you're coming down the hill. Over there by the Rodeo Drive of Saipan, you're talking about like Beach Road by DFS? No! I'm talking about Capitol Hill, New Sarah Market, ZU Market, and Capitol Hill Market. That's the Rodeo Drive of Saipan. That's where everybody goes shopping. Just a little bit of traffic as the school buses go through. Making your way all the way down the hill. Folks coming from Talgi North are getting slowed down by the Capitol Hill light. And everything else looking pretty good. A little bit of traffic over there by the Marianas Heights buildings and at the pickleball intersection in Garapan. Then we're just going to look at the double barrel look down Beach Road and Middle Road. A little slow over there by the museum. and a little bit slow at the Guala light. Boy, that's a tongue twister. And over there in Guala as well, by Marpac at that intersection, you can see that the lights are a little bit busy there. But speaking of lights over at Marpac, how about bush lights? Is it too early to start talking about bush lights? No. Can you imagine a nice bush light with some eggs and steak right now? Maybe a rough start to the day would be a lot better. Hey, folks making their way north and south on either side of Quartermaster, getting hung up on the lights over there. Not too bad. And going south along Middle Road, when you get by Saipan, Vegas, and Mickey D's, you're going to be hung up in traffic a little bit, but not too bad. You know, you could avoid all that traffic if you just hop on the bus. That's right. Get on with Transit CNMI. That is the blue line, taking you wherever you really need to go. And not too fast and not too slow. You know, it's only $2 to get on with the bus. And they'll take you anywhere on the blue line, all the way from Kobler down to Garapan and all the points in between. It's pretty sweet. And you can see where they're at by looking at their app online as well. It's only $2 to hop on there, but bonus, if you're a student, veteran, active duty military, or senior citizen, or if you've got a disability, hey, being a Monamco is my disability. You only get $1. $1 will take you anywhere you need to go on the blue line. You cannot beat that. They're driving people around from 6:30 in the morning to 8:30 at night, Monday through Friday. Weekends and holidays, though, 6:30 in the morning to 8 p.m. That is a smoking deal. Make sure you've got exact change, because they are not making change for you. They're not a cash register. They're a transporter. And you can find out more about them if you give them a call at 236-2682. Transit CNMI, taking you where you need to be. I'll tell you what, though, they are great. I love Transit CNMI. If you get on there, you got those sweet smelling buses. They look good. They feel good. They're clean. The aircon is amazing. They also have free Wi-Fi. That's right. So you could be texting your future hookup. Hey, I only got a little bit of time left. I got to pick you up by 8 o'clock. Or at least I got to drop you off by 8 o'clock. You pick. But you can find out more. Now, you can see where those buses are by looking at them online. You see one's making its way toward Garapan, just passing by the old AK intersection. The other one in the south is over there by Totoville and making their way around. The other one says not in service, but really what it is, that's the backup. In case something happens with one of those, it's ready to go and jump in like a superhero and pick you up and be there in relief. That's one of the reasons why they won that nationwide award for being the best rural transportation service in the whole country. So CNMI's got it going on thanks to Transit CNMI and the whole team over there at the Commonwealth Office of Transit Authority. Great job, you guys, and making us look good and getting us where we need to go. So remember, Monday through Friday, 6:30 in the morning to 8:30 p.m. Weekends and holidays, 6:30 in the morning to 8 p.m. That's so they can have a life too. You got to let those drivers have some fun too. Not too bad. All right, folks. Well, now that we got that, we can get into some of our headlines and what is going on today. Ding, 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 ding. There's a lot of football that's happening. So if you are waiting until tonight to watch football, here's your real quick warning that you should be putting on your earmuffs. It's not going to be too long. I'm going to take a sip of this coffee, and when I do, then we're going to go with some football scores. You ready? I'm giving you fair warning, because I'll tell you what, there are people here in the CNMI who wait. They don't watch any of the scores. They don't want to hear about what's happening with football, because they get together and watch at night on Monday nights. They even put, and they watch without seeing the scores. They watch the NFL Game Pass, and they watch the compressed games. They like put covers on the bottom of the screen where they put like the scores and all that, so they don't get to see the scores for the other games too. All right, so I'm taking this sip of coffee, then we're gonna talk football. Are you ready? I hope you're ready, because I'm ready, and we are now getting ready to talk some football. Because the National Football League is back, baby. It is week 4 of the National Football League, and it got started last week for Friday when the Seahawks beat the Cardinals in a game that was way closer than a lot of people thought. 23-20 for Louisa's Seahawks over the Cardinals in Arizona. But let's start talking about what happened yesterday. There was also that great Steelers-Vikings game, a good one. Steelers get their first big win at home over the Vikings, 21-24. Man, the Falcons looked amazing. It's exactly what the Atlanta fans have been waiting for years. They were hoping that Penix would really shine, and boy, did he shine. 34-27 over the Washington Commanders. The Giants in a close one over the Chargers in New Jersey. And what a game, too. Jackson Dart gets the start and gets the Giants their first win of the season. Big move there. Texans blank the Titans 26-0 in Texas. Leith Poole's going to be a happy guy. The Eagles hold off the Buccaneers 31-25 in Tampa. The Panthers just got pantsed. Is that a thing? The Patriots smoke them 42-13. The Bills, even though they look like crap, they still beat the Saints 31-19. How nice is it to play a bad game and still score 31 points? Good job. How about the Lions and the Browns? Well, the Lions continue to look like what everyone was expecting this year, 34-10. Big game. Jaguars now in the late games. Jaguars. They are beating the 49ers in San Francisco. How is this happening? Is it raining cats and dogs? I don't know what's happening, but the Jaguars are ahead of the 49ers, 17-6. But 49ers have the ball. They are driving 2nd and 10 on the Jacksonville 45. The Colts and the Rams, Danny Dimes has been lighting up the league so far. The Colts have the ball, and they are driving. They're just got the ball, 1st and 10 on their own 23. But they are trailing the Rams 13-10 with 6:18 to go in the third quarter. The Bears and Raiders are at the half with the Raiders leading 14-9. Also at the half, the Ravens and the Chiefs in Kansas City. Chiefs up 20-10. Both teams at 1-2 on the season, looking to stay in playoff contention. Today, the late game, Packers and the Cowboys. This is going to be the revenge game for Micah Parsons playing against Jed Jones. Tomorrow, though, we got double action, a 9:15 and 10:15. That's right. The Jets and Dolphins in a game that's got nobody excited. Going to be one of the ones we talk about. The other one, the Bengals and the Broncos. The Bengals, everybody's wondering, are they going to make a trade with Burrow out for the rest of the year? Right now, they're going with 1 Downing Street. Or 10 Downing Street, I should say. Anyhow, let's see. One second. Yes, that's a good point. I got someone who's like, hey, wait, it wasn't, the Steelers weren't at home. That's true. They weren't in Pittsburgh. You are correct. In my zeal to get these out, you see where they're listed. Well, they're listed as the home team as they were playing in Ireland. By the way, I don't think that's fair that NFL teams lose one of their home games when they play those overseas games. I wonder, could they just make it a game where they are both away teams? It's both your away week for both. I don't know how you do it, because then you'd have to make both teams the home team somewhere too. Maybe that's a Jets-Giants game or a Rams-Chargers game where they both play at the same stadium. You just split it down the middle. I don't know. But it would be great if you were able to do that instead of having a team lose their home game. Anyway, we're going to keep an eye on the late games. Again, the Jags leading the 49ers. Man, I'll tell you, I'll never get that. I'll never understand that. Why the 49ers are such an injury-prone team, and they're so good, and I expect them to do great things every single season. And then all of a sudden, Purdy gets hurt, or McCaffrey gets hurt, or Kittle gets hurt, or Debo, who's not there anymore, but something happens to him too. Anyway, 2nd and 6 now for them as they're driving into where are they? They're on the 22 of Jacksonville right now, so they're going to keep moving their way down the field. We'll let you know how that goes. All right, folks, getting back to it. over there. I want to say hey to everybody who is tuned in with us today. Tobot Castro, the tip man / weatherman from Dan. Great to see you, partner. Luisa Cabrera, our MVP of baseball. You guys, if you like watching baseball on the NMI News Service, that is who you need to give love to, Luisa Cabrera, because she's the one making it happen. She is doing all the press box stuff. She's doing the scores and all that stuff. She is amazing. And if you didn't know, now you know. All right, who else we got out there today? Eric Mopnus, great to see you, my brother. Man, this guy is the nicest guy in Saipan. He's got to be up there in the top 10 for sure. JJ Semin, starting off the week. I know he's really excited about the weekends. Today is not that day, though. Petro Damalis, great to see you. Thanks for tuning in again today. Thanks for being here with us. Sophia Beneventi, thank you for tuning in. Great to see you this morning. Annie Sablon, great to see you. Good morning. Thank you for being here. Caleb's in the house. Oh, yes. Good morning, Transit CNY. That's right. Hey, great to see you, Caleb. Thanks for being here with us. Man, yeah, Eric had a good point when we were talking about that bush light with eggs and steak, and he's like, yeah, it's got to be 5 o'clock somewhere. I agree. Julie, about him. Thanks, up and at 'em. Great to see you this morning. Thanks for joining us today and being in the house. I see folks from all over the government agencies with us today. I want to say hey to the folks over at DPS. Man, you guys keep catching bad guys. You're doing some great stuff over there every time. And I'll tell you what, CNMI, you guys are doing a great job because you guys are calling Crime Stoppers. You guys are calling the Criminal Investigation Bureau. You are calling with tips and letting people know where to find folks and how to bring the heat to the people who are doing bad stuff here in the CNMI and people who peddling drugs out here. I mean, you guys are killing it by getting all those tips in there. And we hear it. We hear it from DPS. They thank us for posting it on there, but really it's all we're doing is posting it and letting people know about it. And you guys are providing the real info when you find out what's going on with all those guys out there. So great job. And the folks at Crime Stoppers are loving you. Remember, you know about Crime Stoppers. I know you do. In case you don't, spread the word. I talked to a bunch of kids the other day. They had not heard of Crime Stoppers. Save for one of them. He's like, I heard of them. I don't really know what they do. I'm like, well, I'll tell you what they do. With Crime Stoppers, the NMI Crime Stoppers, you can get paid up to $1,000 if the information that you provide about criminal activity leads to an arrest. How about that? And they want your information. You don't have to give them your name and your address and your phone number and all that stuff. No, it's supposed to be anonymous. So you can call them with those tips at 234-7272. 234-7272. It is a great way for you to make money doing the right thing and getting the bad guys off the streets. And you know they're out there. And it's not easy for the police. Hey, it's not easy to report the news if it's not for the news tips that you guys give us. You're not getting any money from us, though. We can't help you out with that. But the Crime Stoppers will. If you give them a call, 234-7272. Again, they want your information. They don't want your name. And they want to help you get the bad guys. And they got a couple of them. And now alleged bad guys, right? That's it. Everybody's innocent until proven guilty. I know. I totally understand that. But the thing is, like, some of these guys have allegedly done some really bad stuff. And we need your help to be able to get that info. It's a tough one. And if they're going to give you some money for it, why not? Why wouldn't you try to do the right thing out there? All right. Speaking of doing the right thing, this is great. Society of Professional Journalists. Are you familiar with them? Oh, yeah. They're the journalists. Our local reporters out here released a memo about the AG. That's right, not the OG AG, Ed Manbusan. And here's what it is. Can we put it on the screen? Jamie, can you pull that up? Yeah, I don't have a Jamie. Hold on, let's get that. I want to read it to you guys so you can hear this. And then we're going to be posting this on the old page today. Okay, bam. This is it. And, if you're looking at that, let's make sure I get that on there too. There we go. All right, so here it is. This is a collective letter from the Society of Professional Journalists. Here, our local reporters. So here it is. It's the CNMI chapter of the Society of Professional Journalists urges the CNMI Attorney General to engage with the press in an open forum regarding issues of public concern. An elected Attorney General should not be a silent one. It has been over a year since the CNMI Attorney General last held a press conference with local journalists. In a recent conversation with reporters, CNMI Attorney General Edward Manabusan said he would host a press conference on the condition that topics for the questions are sent beforehand. Local media obliged. However, after sending AG Manabusan a list of topics journalists would like to ask about, CNMI Office of the Attorney General informed us that the press conference was canceled. CNMI SPJ members are increasingly concerned about the opaque view into an elected office. We urge the CNMI Office of Attorney General to exercise more transparency and engage with the media in an open forum about the people's business and what the community has a right to know about the work of the AG. We hope to hear from the AG not only during campaign season, but also when he is doing the work he campaigned to do. CNMI SPJ is comprised of members from all news outlets in the CNMI, including Marianas Variety, KSPN2 News, NMI News Service, and Marianas Press. There you go. And I don't think it's anything the AG could be upset about. But does this not hammer it home right there? I love this thing right here. We hope to hear from the AG not only during campaign season, but also when he is doing the work he campaigned to do. Great. I love that sentence. It's really good. And that should be for all elected leaders. And by the way, elected officials. Let's just say officials. But again, this is a really big thing. This is an elected office. And an elected office doesn't mean you're in charge of everything now and you get to call all the shots. It's no. We put our collective faith in you to do the job that you need to do. But you're a public person. You're not appointed. Your duty is to the people of the Commonwealth of the Northern Mariana Islands. If you're not going to provide a whole lot of info, that's a tough one. You know, you're supposed to. You're not stuff that compromises ongoing investigations. Just have that boilerplate answer. Have that ready, loaded in the chamber, ready to go. Hey, can you tell us about this? I'm sorry, we can't do this because it's an ongoing investigation. Got it. Can you give us the status of this? Can you give us the status of that? Not wanting to engage with the press, I understand. Lawyers, while things are still going on, it's difficult for them to talk about their cases. And they don't want to compromise their cases, and they don't want to, also, they're not interested in trying their cases through the court of public opinion. But there's other examples of folks doing stuff like this. There are plenty of attorney generals out there. There's plenty of county sheriffs out there and all that, holding press conferences and letting people know what's going on. Why aren't we getting anything out of our AG's office? It's a tough one. To be fair, I can't just say boo. But to be fair, I try to think about like, why? Why is it? It's because the culture of the Attorney General's office isn't one of, just providing a whole lot of info all the time. I get it. But they've got to get comfortable with it. It's like you got to do the things that you feel uncomfortable with. Because, again, it's an elected position. You got to provide information to the folks who put you in office. There is a responsibility that you have to the public about stuff like that. Now, to be fair, also, I definitely know some of the folks who work at the office, and they are great with providing some info. They really are. It's not always going to be on the record. They can't always talk about it for public exposure reasons and all that other stuff, but they provide a little bit of understanding of what's going on, and that's admirable, right? But their boss should be, even if he doesn't want the spotlight or the limelight, he's got to do it. Especially because there was an ongoing conversation between the Attorney General's office and the local media, where they said that they would do this press conference, and they just asked for a list of topics, and then they said no. Oh, we got a phone call coming in. Hold on. And it's coming in through WhatsApp. Trying to answer it on WhatsApp here. All right, got to bring you over here. Fabian, can you hear me?
Yes, Brad. I just kind
Hello?
of lower your volume too.
Uh-oh.
So there's no feedback.
I see the call was answered.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
All right, here's what's happening.
Regarding the,
Fabian, people
yeah,
can
I
hear
agree.
you. I can't hear you, though.
Yeah.
So let me see if I can't figure this out. It's one of our settings. One second. I'm going to see if I can't fix it right here. Yeah, it should be right there. Yeah, I might be able to fix it right here. There we go. Hold on. Fabian, don't go anywhere yet. Stay right there. All right, let's try it. Can you hear me now? Dang it. I thought I had him. Hold on. Wait, one more try. I got one more try. It's not the stereo. Darn it. Ah. All right, well, I should be able to hear you, partner. Hold on, let me try one more setting here. One more setting. I'm going to hear it. This is so great. You know what? So there was something that changed with our settings over the weekend while I was doing all this work in here, and it kind of ruined this for me. My gosh, this wasn't a problem. Fabian, I'm calling you right back on the bat phone. Let's do that. Hold on. I'm going to call you back. It's terrible. I know. Hold on. Let's see, Fabian. Yeah, we'll call you this way. There you go. Now I got to figure that out. Why is the WhatsApp did not go over there?
Yes, Brad. Hello.
Hey, sorry, Fabian. When you tried calling, I don't know what happened, why it didn't go to the board, but who cares? I got you here.
So this will work, right?
I can hear you, and I think everyone else can hear you too.
Oh, thank you, Brad. Yeah, I just decided to call in because, yes, I read that on the Marianas variety regarding the concern of the Attorney General should be transparent and be coming out and, pretty much reporting. I did vote for it, throughout. And, I have every right to also express support of this, that it should be coming out, Mr. Manibus and the Attorney General. Especially during this time where the corruption is happening and also the case of our former governor, Rob Torres, of course, that especially during that time when Kimberly Hines, right, when she requested, the status of the case with the FBI, and they said that they brought that. Mm-hmm. And I said, wow, now a lot of people are asking me, is that means that even the cinema will drop back? And, a lot of concerns. So I think a lot of cases that it should be coming out, and not necessarily, like you said, being specific of what they're going to do other than, let's say, for example, even when the court recusing themselves and they, or at least make a decision that, the Attorney General is not the one to, are not qualified to prosecute, things like that. And then it's going to be up to the governor. And I don't remember anything that the Attorney General came out and said, oh, hell yeah, we can, or we cannot, of course, or whatever their opinion is. It's just being silent all the way. Mm-hmm. And so even up to now, what's going on with the, the disqualification of the, the Attorney General that was supposed to prosecute the case for Rob Torres. And who's the replacement and what they're working on here. And I guess the media is just swimming themselves into it, you know what I mean? More than being where the Attorney General should be coming out, of course, and also responding very flexible.
Yeah, it's tough. I'd love to get more info from them, and I know they're probably just.
That's my opinion.
Yeah, I think they're just trying to be protective, not messing up what they've got going on. I know that they've got a little bit of mojo working again because they're bringing the attack to I'll just call it the bad guys, right? The alleged bad guys. But if they've got an agreement and they said that they're going to be able to do it, then the thing is like, well, why haven't they been able to put that through? And why weren't they able to honor it? So I know that I haven't spoken with their new crime fighter and Olga, but I know that she's going through a bunch of stuff. And from what I'm told, she doesn't really want to talk openly about any of the stuff that's going on either. But she just got to the scene as well. So I take it with a grain of salt. But if the AG should know exactly what's going on. Oh, it looks like we lost Fabian there for a minute. But if you, Fabian, if you call back, we'll still take your call. Don't worry about it. So that's it. I mean, I would think that we would end up getting more from it and hear more from the AG. Tell you what we'll do. We'll take a quick break and we'll see if we can't get Fabian back on the line. If not, it's a good time just to let you know that our lines are open. Number is 789-2323, 789-2323. We're going to take a quick break. We come back, we'll have more with what's happening here in the CNMI right after this.
All right, boys, you guys ready to see who got the longest bush?
Yeah, I got this. Let's go.
All right, boys, let's go.
All right, boys, ready? 3,
2, 1,
bush!
Done. I'm Daria Albinger, Fox News. New York will have a new mayor after the election in November, and he'll be sworn in January. The man who now has a job is no longer running for re-election. Here's Fox's Eric Shawn.
People have been talking about this for several weeks, whether he will drop out or not. Yesterday, in an interview, he said that he would consider that. But it does reshuffle the race, and experts say it is the one possibility to try and stop Democratic Socialist radical Zoran Mamdani from winning in this mayoral race. You know, Eric Adams had high hopes when he first was elected. He had been a former police officer, took moderate positions, but they were dashed by a corruption probe and other issues. So he decided to quit because of his low poll numbers and the fact that he just couldn't raise any money. He was placing fourth in this race.
And he, of course, would be New York's Mayor Eric Adams, who says so far that he is not planning to endorse any other candidates. A number of Russian drones and fighter jets are violating airspace above NATO countries, and that's raising the concern that the Russia-Ukraine war could spread to more nations. Fox's Steve Harrigan in Moscow.
The spark could happen if a Russian military jet is shot down over NATO territory. President Trump warned it was possible.
Mr. President, do you think that NATO countries should shoot down Russian aircraft if they enter their airspace?
Yes, I do. Now the Russians have responded. Foreign Minister Sergei Lavrov said any aggression against Russia will be met by a, quote, decisive response. The tension follows a series of violations. NATO scrambled fighter jets to shoot down Russian drones over Poland September 10th. 3 days later, Russian drones entered Romanian territory. Russian fighter jets then entered Estonian airspace. And finally, U.S. F-16s were sent to identify and intercept 4 Russian military jets near the coast of Alaska.
America's listening to Fox News.
It's the Will Kane Show. Watch it live at noon Eastern, Monday through Thursday on FoxNews.com or on the Fox News YouTube channel. And don't miss a show. Get the podcast 5 days a week at FoxNewsPodcasts.com or wherever you download your favorite podcasts.
There have been 2 mass shootings in less than 24 hours. The latest was this morning in Grand Blanc, Michigan, where a gunman opened fire in a Mormon church and then set it on fire. Fox's Brian Yennis says at least 2 are dead.
This active shooter was a 40-year-old from Burton, Michigan. They obviously know the identity of this individual, and now the investigation will begin as it pertains to the motive. But this all started at 10:25 this morning when that 40-year-old man rammed his vehicle through the front doors of the Church of Jesus Christ Latter-day Saints in Grand Blanc, Michigan. He immediately exited that vehicle and began shooting using an assault rifle. And that is when 2 officers actually responded to the scene, engaged in a firefight with that suspect, and they shot and killed that man. But unfortunately, 10 people were shot.
The suspect has been identified as Thomas Jacob Sanford. President Trump says the FBI will lead the investigation. Last night, shots rang out at a waterfront bar in North Carolina. 3 were killed, 8 injured. Police say the gunman pulled up on a boat, started shooting, and then sped away up the intercoastal waterway. District Attorney John David.
Evil has come ashore in Southport, North Carolina. Ironically enough, at the very place which once served as a backdrop to the movie Safe Haven. And that name is symbolic of the way in which the people in our community view this area.
The Coast Guard later spotted someone matching the suspect's description, loading a boat at a nearby public ramp. Police say the suspected shooter, Nigel Edge, faces 3 counts of first-degree murder and other charges. Ohio is ending its law enforcement ticket quota program at the end of the month. That means law enforcement officers will no longer be required to write a minimum number of tickets each month. America's listening to Fox News.
This is Jason Chaffetz from the Jason in the House podcast. Join me every Monday to dive deeper into the latest political headlines and chat with remarkable guests.
Listen and follow now at FoxNewsPodcast.com
or wherever you download podcasts.
If you see something, say something. And stay anonymous. Call Crime Stoppers at 234-7272 or submit a tip online at NMICrimestoppers.com. No names, no caller ID, no recordings, just your info. And if your tip leads to an arrest, you could earn up to $1,000 in cash. Your tips have helped take hundreds of criminals off the streets in the NMI. It works because of you. Crime Stoppers, we want your information, not your name. PHI is your local pharmacy serving customers in Cagman, Garapan, and Dandan since 1996. Shop PHI Pharmacy for all your prescriptions, and we even offer a large line of multivitamin supplements. Our Dan Dan location is open weekdays from 8 to 6 and 8 to 4 on weekends. Or visit our Garapan and Cagman locations weekdays from 8 to 6 and 8 to 1 on Saturdays. Check us out online at phipharmacy.com or follow us on Facebook. PHI is a locally owned independent community Health Mart pharmacy. Health Mart, taking the time to listen and care.
All right, Marianas, welcome back. It is 8:29 in the morning, and we are cruising along here. I'm looking at some stuff to bring you some coverage of what's going on out here, but I'll tell you what, I saw this picture of this young-looking couple that looks straight out of like a Miami Vice episode. Hold on, let me slide over a little bit. Look at these folks. Holy cow, that's Donna and Nelson Crum celebrating 35 years of wedded bliss. Does that not look like something? Again, this is like, I know Dental World and everything like that, but it looks something like out of some kind of real estate magazine, some Wall Street something, like 1980, like Gordon Gekko kind of stuff. Like, I'm telling you, that's it. Like, always be flossing, I think is what it would be from the dental perspective on that one. But congratulations, you lovebirds. Wow, I love that photo. I think that is just amazing. They haven't changed that much, but just they at that picture just takes them all the way back. Is it too loud? Is that what you were saying? Hold on 1 second. Bum, bum, bum. Yeah, you know, 1 sec. Oh, yeah. Well, I think, you know what I was doing? I was turning down the wrong volume at one point, and I didn't get it. And the way I've got it also, this different setup right now, sorry, thanks for that. Appreciate that. So the different setup, I don't know why it's going in on a different channel right now, but I'll figure that stuff out. Sometimes this happens. Well, it normally would go under a different one, like the other side. It's just not this time. I can't figure it out. Something's happened. Better, loud again. Is it still loud? Is it really? It should be good right now. Oh, darn it. Well, I don't know. Hopefully it's better now, and hopefully you're good to go. What I was really hoping for is that I was going to be able to figure out this. I was going to see if we could actually hear the local market for this game.
Second punt of the day. He stands inside the 25. Parker Washington waits around the 20 or so for Jacksonville. Good stop by that Jaguars defense. There's the snap. There's the punt. Parker backs up. Fields it at the 15-yard line. Made a man miss. 25-yard line, 30-yard line. That's a good return for Parker Washington. Still on feet. 50, 40, 30, 20, 15, 10, 5. Touchdown. Parker Washington just brought it all the way back, and the Jags have extended the lead.
Wow.
How about that for complimentary football? The Jaguars defense forces a 3-and-out, and number 11.
All right, that should do it. Now we should be good for the background music. I know that, right? Just give me a backup on there. I think I figured that thing out. Everything else should just be in the background. Oh, I got a call coming in. Oh, here we go. Well, let's turn this one down a little bit. Hoffadades on Tiro, thanks for calling the show. Who's this? Hello?
Yeah, bro. Our beautiful island. Good morning, Mariana.
Good morning to you, David Evangelista. Thanks for calling in. What's shaking?
Well, whatever's shaking there, I gave you the pictures already. We need to put it up.
Oh, yeah, here we go. 1 second. Let's talk about it. Hold on. I got to make sure I get your name on there right, and I did. So let's get you on there, and I'll pull up those photos because I got them. And they were really shocking to see how bad that track and field is. Let's see where I put it. I had it over here. Yeah, so Dave's on the phone, and we asked him. He talked about it. I'm not sure if it was last week or the week before when you talked about it. But I think what ended up happening is that when you did, all the stuff that we started talking about was like funding and all that other stuff kind of took a back seat because of what was going on with the CNMI financially, right? We were talking about like this crazy budget and where we're going to be at. Here, we're going to get them on the screen here. Let me put on the share screen now. I got it ready to go. There you go. So you can actually see like the painted line of the track on there. Can you?
Right.
Are you watching it?
Yeah, it's kind of slow on the internet thing. We still need to upgrade our internet system.
Ooh, yeah, that's not good. Well, I'll tell you what. Here, let's do this. I'm going to put this back over so I can have this other one handy to be able to show you guys. Boom. All right. We'll post the other ones here, but here, let's go back here. And
Hello?
That's one. Yeah, I'm still here. Here's
Hello?
another photo. Dave, you can't hear me? Yeah, I think it's because of the delay. Yeah, a little bit of a delay if you're listening to me on your speaker on your computer, that stuff. But if you listen on the phone, you should be able to hear us just fine. So I'm sure he's going to call back. Anyway, we had asked Dave about sending us some photos because he kept talking about this track and talking about how bad it was. And let's see if we got him again this time. Holidays NTRO. Is this Dave?
Yeah. I think I can see it now.
Okay. Yeah. And
that's in the jungle. I sent you some of the other pictures that are with the track and field that are. I can send it to you right now.
We've got them on the screen right now. I'm showing all of them one by one.
Oh, okay, there.
And you could see that they.
There you go.
Mm-hmm.
Now I can see it.
Yeah, and it is overgrown, and the surface, seeing it all rumbly and stuff like that, like rumpled. It looks terrible.
You too. I think they should get funding from you too. I don't know if they ever claimed it or whatnot. Or it's been neglected for the longest time and it's dilapidated already.
Oh yeah.
And they didn't have any, So anyways, Brad, we're gonna get these people excited because this track and field is hidden and everybody turns a blind eye on it. And it really bothers me where I see here at the hill, the Broadway, they put cones for the kids to be running up and down from the school, from PSS. And it's so dangerous here because, we have a lot of construction going on back at the divert. And going up Broadway is dangerous because when you put cones and you got cars going up and down, you know what I mean? And it's not the right place to put the kids, in the middle of the road running while you put cones while the car go around it. It's just not right when we spend thousands and thousands of dollars, probably millions, on the track and field, and we are not using it. So that's not sending a good signal to the federal government. So I think they use CIP funding on this thing. It's not right,
Well, it might not just be federal government CIP
I told
funding.
this leadership way back again that I'm not going to be running or whatnot. I'm not trying to be in office, but I think they're pushing me to be in there, and I think I'm going to jump on this upcoming general election.
No kidding.
And do something about these things. This is just the beginning. We're just getting started, Brad, regarding Tinian being neglected. Even the baseball field, it's long overdue. Only now during election time, they're doing the things now. It's long overdue. It's an open. The people need to really see this in the CNMI, how we take care of Saipan track and field, and we don't take care of Tinian's track and field. This is CNMI. We need to take care of Rhoda too, the island of Pagan. If those people would have not fought over do not bomb Pagan, I do understand that you're taking care of the environment and the natural resources. But for the love of God, will you still be renting boats to transfer all your supplies there, or let them use the island So then that way they can build the infrastructure so that you can just unload safely and land safely to Pagan. That's thinking, the modern way now, not the olden days where we need to take care of a lot of things. I do understand the environmental impact, but I think the the Department of War have those things in place.
Yeah, I'll tell you what, this facility.
So, Brad,
I think
what do you think about that issue? I think does it make sense that we need to take care of that?
Yeah, can you hear me? So here's what I'm thinking. My thing, Dave. I think what's going on. You can hear me better if you're listening through the phone. If you're listening through the speaker at the house off your computer, you're going to have a big delay. So, but I think it's definitely an issue. But something like this, I think there's a couple of different ways of going at it. And what I would say is, one, CIP funds would definitely be one for sure. So you'd want to start with your local municipality, trying to make a pitch for you guys. But you've had a very difficult time.
Glenn,
Wait, hold on, Dave.
Hello?
You've had a little bit of a difficult time over the past few years. I'm not sure what's going on with this mic. Getting money. But another avenue is by reaching out to Northern Marianas Athletics. And NMA is with Oceania, and Robin Sapong is a... Yeah, not sure what's happening, Dave. I can hear you the whole time, by the way.
Yeah.
Let me start telling you what's going on here. So what I was thinking is that I'm not sure. I think that you guys have had a little difficulty with the previous administration getting some funds for Tinian, but I think right now there's just no funds. But if you guys start working with this folks at CIP to get you some CIP funds on this stuff, or not CIP, but like NMHC or like community development block grant stuff, that's one. Another aspect, though, might be going through like Robin Sapong with Oceania Athletics, through NMA, which is Northern Marianas Athletics, that there may be some regional funding source to help you with something like that as well, to get that whole thing scraped and replaced, because we have a great track here and we got a lot of funding for that through those kind of things. But if we sent these photos to somewhere else, we might be able to get some other kind of a funding source to help with with the track and field, because it does look terrible, and I don't know how long it's been like that. Do you know when it started rumpling up? Because that's not an overnight thing.
Well, Brad, I think that our leadership needs to take a look into that, because the problem is when they build something like that, they need to have a repair contingency funds for maintenance.
Mm-hmm.
Because the federal, I think the way I understand it, the federal government will give you the grant, build that thing, or I don't know, they pay half in, half the federal government or whatever. But the main point there is upgrading it. Maintenance funding is the problem. Even our amphitheater here, Glenn, whenever they're done fixing whatever from the CIP or whatever federal funds that they use, grant, it just stops there. Another mayor comes in and they don't go back and repair, finish whatever that the last mayor worked on. They run to another place and build another one, and they just duplicate another area and paint it orange. And there's a lot of things, Glenn, that Brad, that needs to be addressed here. Just like, for example, the Department of Public Safety. It's really in dire need of uplifting it and having a sense of direction at the enforcement area, because they don't have any tools. They don't have any personnel. They're within great increase. The Civil Service Commission, it's just a disgrace to have a commission, a board members, and they're not functioning the way it should be functioning. Like that Parks and Recreation. This administration has dropped the ball. Adult administration is not doing well, and I don't know who is administering, who is guiding this thing, through Fed funds and all that stuff. And I think it's time to to bring these people in and hold them accountable, whoever's holding back all those funding to upgrade the infrastructure here on the island of Tinian. Most likely even in Rota or Saipan too, if they're affected. And I'm not afraid, Glenn. It's not that I'm not working anymore for the municipality. It's that I walk through these things every day, and I cannot turn a blind eye on it. I just can't, you know. I got to say something, you know. And I am willing to talk about it, and so these people can get compensated. Like, for example, the within grade increase for 15 years, 20 years. That is a robbery, highway robbery for the employees. What about them when they receive their subsistence? It's always there, you know. It's always there for their subsistence and their OR. And we can spend so much thousands of dollars on VIP hosting here in the island of Tinian.
Mm-hmm.
Everything is paid for. Why can't we spend for like medical referral and other things that are much more priority for the people and your constituents? Now they say the house is on fire. Well, the house has been on fire ever since, folks. These guys are in trouble. Now that it's a re-election, they're running billions of miles an hour to show cause and to say that they are really working. And not only that, they should be expediting all those DPL permits so that the agriculture permits can be utilized already, so that we can go in there and start planting our fruits and vegetables to subsidize the 64 hours.
Mm-hmm.
These people are putting out a memo saying you have 1 month to go ahead and exchange your land before it exceeds that term limit. You know, that's not what we need. We need to expedite the permit so that we can go in there and start cleaning our agriculture and start upgrading our standard of living. Stop this nonsense of trying to exchange because your sister's there and your cousin is over there and your brother is over there, so we're going to exchange this land. Hey, be grateful for what you've got, because it's a long time coming. It's enough already. They stole. The government stole five lots away from these people. We're supposed to be getting 10,000 square meter, not 5. Shortchange the people when you're saying that you don't have enough land already, so we're saving it for the future. No, they're saving it for their cows. Thank you so much, Brad, and we will have more issues. And next, we're moving on to the amphitheater and the Department of Public Safety tomorrow. Thank you so much.
Thank you. I appreciate the call, Glenn.
And good morning, Mariana.
Good morning.
You dream it, we build it. Save it for David.
I love it. All right, so that's David Evangelista giving us a call from Tinian, getting his call up. I had to call him Glenn because, you know, I guess I get that. Sometimes I become Glenn on this show, but I'm really just Brad the whole time. I know. Don't worry about it. We're okay. Yeah, I hear you. It is difficult and it's not easy. I want to say thanks though to one of our commenters, Nikita, for letting us for weighing in on the track. She said the track was only used for a year or two, and it was not due to you two. It was an issue with the contractor not laying the track properly. And boy, you know, the folks from Tinian, I don't know who had the contract and all that other stuff, but if they could go after the contractor to fix it, I mean, it's been a long time, right? So if they could go after the contractor to fix it, that would be great. I know years ago when I was there and I saw it, the track looked good. But now it's just in shambles. You can't even use it. You might as well just document it, take a lot of photos and video of it, and then just go in there with a bulldozer and just scrape it up. You know, just get rid of all of that stuff because it's just a mess. And then you can bush cut the track back. It looks so bad. Like, it doesn't look like it's something that happens here. They got this great facility over there that they can't use, which should be a great facility, and that would be a great place. But I don't know. Maybe, you know, I think that's years of neglect. But again, if the issue is the contractor, then that should be where they got that money back from. So. I'm not telling you, don't get upset at me, contractor, saying, hey, you don't even know. The truth is, you're right. I don't, because I had nothing to do with it. I'm only getting it from our folks in the old comment section. So, but it'd be great if we could work on that. All right, I'll tell you what, we're going to take a real quick break. We got more stuff. You know, I really want to hear what this sounds like right now. Hold on, let's see if we can't pull in a little bit. Oh man, I'm trying to get the game. Let's see. Now, trying to get the Ravens and the Chiefs game don't worry about it. I'm not going to be able to pull it up here. We're going to take a real quick break. We'll come back. I'll get you guys some scores here in just a second. So don't go anywhere. Don't worry about it. We will be right back right after this.
All right, boys. You guys ready to see who got the longest bush?
Yeah, I got this. Let's go. All right, boys. Let's go.
All right, boys. Ready? 3, 2, 1. Bush!
If you see something, say something, and stay anonymous. Call Crime Stoppers at 234-7272 or submit a tip online at nmicrimestoppers.com. No names, no caller ID, no recordings, just your info. And if your tip leads to an arrest, you could earn up to $1,000 in cash. Your tips have helped take hundreds of criminals off the streets in the NMI. It works because of you. Crime Stoppers, we want your information, not your name. PHI is your local pharmacy serving customers in Cagman, Garapan, and Dandan since 1996. Shop PHI Pharmacy for all your prescriptions, and we even offer a large line of multivitamin supplements. Our Dandan location is open weekdays from 8 to 6 and 8 to 4 on weekends. Or visit our Garapan and Cagman locations weekdays from 8 to 6 and 8 to 1 on Saturdays. Check us out online at phipharmacy.com or follow us on Facebook. PHI is a locally owned independent community Health Mart pharmacy. Health Mart, taking the time to listen and care.
Im schönsten Wiesengrunde ist meine Heimathaus. Da zog ich manche Stunde ins Tal hinaus. Dich, mein stilles Tal, grüß ich tausendmal. Da zog ich manche Stunde ins Tal hinaus. Müsst aus dem Tal ich scheiden, wo alles Lust und Klang. Das wär mein Herbstesleiden, mein dich, mein stilles Tal, grüß ich tausendmal. Das wär mein Herbstesscheiden, mein letzter Gang. Sterb ich in Talesgrunde, will ich begraben sein.
All right, Marianas, so you're wondering, why are these Germans singing our Cinema anthem? Well, fun fact, that is a song called something in German that I can't pronounce. But the English translation is In the Fairest Meadow. And and this is the song that our anthem was based on. So it's In the fairest meadow stands my homeland's house. I trekked many an hour down to the valley, yet my quiet valley I greet 1,000 times. I trekked many an hour down to the valley. Should I leave from the valley full of pleasure and sound, that would be my harshest suffering, my final walk. You, my quiet valley, I greet 1,000 times. That would be my harshest suffering, my final walk. That's the song. So it's Im Schönsten Weißengrund. It sounds like the new action hero that you can find. It is Im Schönsten Weißengrund. Now, he'll attack the aliens. No. That's the name of the song. Anyway, and so it's lovely. It says, like, when I die, I want to be buried in the valley soil. Sing to me at the final hour at evening's fading light. You, my quiet valley, I pay the last farewell. Sing to me at the final hour at evening's fading light. You, my quiet valley, I pay the last farewell. Sing to me in the final hour at evening's light. That is the German song that that is the song which our Cinema anthem is based on. And it's pretty great. By the way, we took that break because we've got folks who are outside getting ready to hook us up. That's right. Our new super fast, amazing internet stuff is about to kick on. I know. This is the place where you guys want to be to upload. This is where you want to do your homework to my kids, I'll tell you that. But anything that we're going to be uploading is going to go laser fast here in just a minute. The guys from IT&E are here. They're outside right now. They ran all the wiring last week, but today's the day they're going to be doing all the splicing to put it all together, and you'll see us even faster. I think the biggest win for this is for you guys who watch on YouTube. It's going to be big for me because uploading all our stories is going to be a lot faster, and the processing. But the live streaming on both channels at the same time, YouTube's always a little bit behind, but I think that's going to change quite a bit when this thing kicks in. So we'll find out. Tomorrow's show should have it. We'll see how long it takes for these guys to do this. Anyway, but that is the end of where we're at today. We're going to give you one last update on all the scores here real quick. So real quick, earmuffs, if you are waiting for NFL scores till later, Here's what's going on. There's 6 minutes and 20 seconds left. We'll get that football music on there too, right? All right. So with the late games, here we go. The Jaguars and the 49ers. The 49ers are making a comeback with 6 minutes and 20 seconds left to go. The Jaguars holding out to a 5-point lead, 26-21. And it's exciting. Colts and Jaguars have the ball. It's 3rd and 1 at just about midfield there in San Francisco 47. The Colts and the Rams battling out in L.A. The Colts have the ball at their own 27, 1st and 15 off of a false start. They are trailing 20-27 against the Rams with 1 minute left to go in the game. The Bears and the Raiders are locked in a tight one, 21-19 with 8:50 left to go. The Raiders have the ball at the Chicago 7. Now it's second and goal at the Chicago 8, so they lost the yard on that one. Ravens and Chiefs. Well, the Chiefs are going to walk away with this one. Who knows, right? Who knows? There's 10:25 left, but the Chiefs are leading 37-13, and the Ravens are going to have to kick a field goal up, or they're going to go for it. 4th and 5 at the Kansas City 35. Packers and the Cowboys going to be the late game today. A battle of the Larson family as Larissa's Packers taking on Eric's Cowboys in Dallas. The games tomorrow, a doubleheader. You've got the Jets and Dolphins going to start at 9:15 Chamorro Standard Times, and the Bengals and the Broncos are going to go head-to-head at 10:15 Chamorro Standard Time tomorrow. That is what's shaking. Now you know what's going on with the NFL. If you missed it, here's what went down in the early games today. The Bills beat the Saints 31-19 in Buffalo. The Patriots pound the Panthers 42-13. Not sure what that was. Oh, there it is. The Buccaneers fall to the Eagles in the battle undefeated, 31-25. Texans crush the Titans 26-0 in Houston, Texas. Houston. The Giants of New Jersey beat the Chargers 21-18 with Jackson Dart's first Jackson start. And then you've got the Falcons, who just lay a beating on the Commanders. I know it was only a touchdown difference, but the Falcons look so good out there, 27-34. The Steelers, they get the luck of the Irish to beat the Vikings 24-21 over there in Ireland. And then we talked about it last week. The Seahawks just barely beating the Cardinals 23-20 in a game that we thought that for sure was going to be a kill game. Was not a kill game at all. All right, guys. Well, that's it for you. We can let you out of here with the latest news that's coming out. Let me just make sure. Let me refresh it. See if it is available. It should be ready. And we'll find out what kind of magic pops up on the screen. Nope, it's not new, so we're going to go at that. Give you a little bit of an update on what's going on traffic-wise, though, right now. We got football music while doing it. I'll get you back with regular traffic music. How about that? You don't need the football stuff, so you don't get excited or be worried that you might be hearing some of this... the scores that are going on. So here we go. Real quick, look at traffic before we get you out of here today. It should be pretty good because most of those kids should be in school already. Over there by IT&E, it's looking mighty good at the intersection that matters, where connections matter. Over there by MHS, it is looking nice and clean over there. Everything looking good all the way down to Chalumpiao, looking mighty good. Over there in Chalmon Senior Martinez, it's pretty clean all the way till you get to Atumaquin Doi. The Chalmon Senior Martinez intersection by Sheldon looking pretty good. A little bit of traffic over there by NMC, but that's just regular intersection stuff. We're at the traffic light. We're going to make our way around Issa Drive all the way back Island Road. And it's even looking good all the way down by Enos Kitchen. Middle Road and Beach Road side by side, little double barrel. Looking good all the way. You have survived the morning rush hour and you're looking pretty good. You don't even have to worry about this at all if you're hopping on the blue line with Transit CNMI. That's right, the Commonwealth Office of Transit Authority providing the nation's award-winning service along the blue line to you, and it's only for $2 each way you go. And it's only $1 if you're a student, veteran, active duty military, Monamco, or if you've got a disability. Remember, they only accept exact change. They're route runners, not registers. They're open Monday through Friday from 6:30 in the morning to 8:30 p.m. Weekends and holidays, 6:30 in the morning to 8 p.m. And if you want more information, you give them a call at 236-2682. Get on the line. That is Blue. Speaking of the Blue guys, we're able to bring you all this great technology and bring you these morning updates because of our friends over at IT&E. Whether we're here at the studio, we're out there at the events, or if we're doing press conferences, we're interviewing folks wherever we go, whatever we do that with Team Blue, IT&E. Give them a call, find out what they can do for you. It's 682-4483. All right, guys, that's going to wrap us for today. Thanks for tuning in. Thanks for being a part of the show. And remember, you guys can call, you can message, do whatever you like, whatever you need to do. We'll figure out why this, it came in on a different channel, some of the audio today. But on the other side, I'm watching these guys getting ready to set up our cool new fiber stuff. So I'm excited about it. We'll see you guys. Have a great day. We'll be back again tomorrow morning with more Good Morning Marianas. Take care, everybody.
All right, boys, you guys ready to see who got the longest bush?
Yeah, I got this. Let's go. All right, boys. Let's go.
All right, boys, ready? 3, 2, 1, bush!
formation. They do snap it. Play fake. Trevor rolls, fires. That's Hunter Long. Complete. First down, and he slides down in play. That is a conversion. A pass to Hunter Long. He makes the catch. He slides down. The 49ers cannot stop it. They're out of timeouts. That's going to take us to the 2-minute warning here at Levi Stadium.
That's the ball game, boys. That's the ball game. The Jaguars now all they have to do is to take a knee with 2 minutes, and the 49ers with no timeouts. This is one.